mayor.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. This is Saving Stuff with Stephanie, where we are saving for future goals. We're cash stuffing to maintain a financial discipline, all in hopes to become debt-free ASAP. And today is Expense Tracking Day, better known as What's in Your Wallet Wednesday.
What's in your wallet?
And today we're going to be tracking my expenses from April 10th through April the 17th. The amount that we are tracking for this past week is $180. So if you would like to know where all this money went, because we do have a full sheet today, stick around and keep on watching. All right, y'all, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and dive into it. We are expense tracking today. Again, the amount that we did have to play with last week was $180, which is a little bit more than we normally have. I think we'll have between $180 and $185 going forward based on how we're doing the budget now. So that is great. Okay, so as you guys can see, there is a lot of activity on this paper. So let's go ahead and get my handy dandy calculator out. I hope y'all can see that, and we'll see what we did. All right, so I did, on the 10th, I went and got gas at the Shell station, and I did spend $10 of my gas budget. We did go to Walmart, and I spent my spending budget in the amount of $10 on the 10th as well, so minus 10. Did spend my household budget, which was $10 at Walmart also, so minus 10. I did go to Aldi, and I spent $41 from grocery. I spent $77 from grocery at Walmart on the 10th, so minus 77. Okay, I did go to the meal store and I got Ziri. The meal store, you guys, is just a store where they sell like a lot of blanks, like blank t-shirts, a lot of SVG, heat press type of decals, things where you can kind of customize your own shirts and things like that. But she needed a lot of soccer shorts. She has a lot of soccer jerseys, and she needed a few different color shorts to match those. So I did go ahead and get her like 4 different pair of shorts because they finally had the shorts out. But of course, you guys, anything related to Ziri's events and activities will not be deducted from this because she does have a sinking fund. We also went to McDonald's on the 10th. We run around so much, or I run around, and then I go pick her up from school and we run around some more. But after school, she's usually hungry. And normally if I'm at home, I make her something to eat after school. But being that it's Thursday and we're running, sometimes I just stop at McDonald's and get her something quick to eat while we're in the car. Or we may sit down and, you know, have a bite before we finish. But again, that was deducted from Ziri's events and activities, so not from this. And then we did go back to Walmart because she wanted to go to Walmart and get something. I can't remember what she got, but she wanted something. Hey, it's her money, so have at it, kid. So she spent an additional $12 at Walmart. So while we were in Walmart, I did pick up a few more things from the grocery budget in the amount of $11, so minus 11. I did spend $27 from HSA. I did get some probiotics, and I did get Ziri some, I think I got her some Zyrtec. I think it was Zyrtec this time, yeah. But she has a sinking fund for that, or we have a sinking fund for HSA, so that does not get deducted from this. On the 13th, which was the next day, I went back to Walmart and spent another $12, so minus 12. And then on the 12th, I did go ahead and order my mom's Mother's Day gifts from Amazon. And of course, you guys know I saved $100 for Mother's Day. So I did spend that on Amazon. And I am going to take this amount and put that probably in my deposit envelope so I can take that back to the bank tomorrow so I can pay my credit card back for the amount of the order. But again, that is a sinking fund, so it's not deducted from this. So as you can see, we're at the end of the list and we have $9 remaining on the calculator. Of course, it's from grocery. So let's check the envelopes to make sure we have $9. I do not get paid tomorrow, so there will be a transfer today. So let's see exactly what's in here. This is my HSA. It just stays in my wallet, but there's nothing going in there. My deposit envelope, I am going to put something in there to make sure that goes back to the bank. Grocery feels like it has the money, but this is spending, gas, and household. And I don't think, yeah, I don't think any rollover is in these because we spent pretty much all of those. Okay, so grocery should have 9, so let's count and see if it does. Uh-oh. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $9, and it does. So we'll take this $9 and we will put it toward that savings challenge. I think we will be able to complete that savings challenge today, you guys. I think so, but we'll see. We'll get to that. So I'm going to sit it right here for right now. Since we do have these envelopes out, what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the transfer, and then we'll go over the, the overview for the month. Okay, so first and foremost, my grocery for next week will get $150. And I think what I'll do off camera is I'll go ahead and update the trackers. But let's see, grocery. All right, so let's see, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. So 150, that'll go in here for next week, for this coming up week rather. I don't know what Ziri's doing down there. Yeah, she is in the shower and all I hear is noise. Okay, household for next week is getting $10. So we're going to put that in this envelope. And again, I'll update my trackers offline. Let's see, next is gas. Gas will be getting $15 for this coming up week. And I think that's pretty good because I kind of need a little bit more gas. And then lastly, from here, we're going to be adding $10 to spending. All right, and that is all for those particular envelopes. Let's see, but I do want to go ahead so I don't forget and take Mother's Day out of here, y'all, and put this in my deposit. I can go ahead and take my ticket out. This is Mother's Day, and it's $100 in here. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So this will go back to the bank when I go to the bank tomorrow. So while I'm out and about, I'll just stop this into the bank so I can pay my car back. All right, so that is all for the transfer. So now let's look at the monthly expense overview. I did go ahead and fill this out to save time. So let me move some things over so you guys can look at both. Okay, so the amount we spent in grocery this week was $141 because we did have $9 to roll over from grocery. We did spend $10 in gas, which was our grocery budget for the week. We spent the entire household amount. We did spend $27 from HSA. We spent $100 from Mother's Day. We spent $58 from Ziri's events and activities. And y'all know we literally just put money in there, but that's how it be. That's how they run through it. And it's really going to be serious the latter part of this month and next month because they're wrapping up 6th grade. So we got graduation, we have pictures, we have annual. It's so much, y'all. So pray for us. Okay. And then spending, we did spend the entire $10. So the amount that we spent for the entire month was $356. And that is a little much for me. But the reason for that is because I am starting to spend from my sinking funds. So that's why you'll see, you know, larger amounts sometimes versus, you know, when I'm not spending from those. But we did have $9 left over to roll over. And we are going to take a look at that challenge. When I was doing the challenge last week, y'all, and Autumn, shout out to Autumn, I remember mentioning I only rolled 18, and I was used to rolling way higher numbers than that. But she was like, well, it's because you only roll one dice. And I was like, that is true. I normally roll 2 and I only roll 1. But when I thought about it, I was like, there is an idea what I could do going forward. Instead of rolling 2 dice, I can roll 1. And whatever I come up with, that's the amount that I need to shoot for saving for that week. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me get out this. This is my savings challenge binder. This is the challenge that I have going on right now. The amount of this challenge is $18. So y'all know $9 is right here. Let me get a marker, y'all. Let's see what I pull. This is a cute coral marker. Okay, so there is some money in here as well. I did cash out $5 from my coin out, and I'll put that on the screen. So that's already going to go over into my bank account. Because y'all know anytime I do a savings challenge, unless it's specifically allocated for something else based on what's going on, it's going toward debt. So this is going toward debt. So, you know, basically my credit card, if it goes to my bank account, that's what I use to pay my card. But there is some money in here that I've been saving. Now, this is a $5 prop bill. This is just representing the $5 cash that I did with coin out. And then this $4 is $4 that I exchanged from one of Zuri's birthday envelope quarters I had. I had some quarters, and I knew I needed just $4 in order to finish this challenge out based on what I already had. But I had quarters, and I just was like, well, I can exchange the quarters out at the bank tomorrow if I need to. But let's, for the sake of this video, go ahead and get the dollars. So, with all of that being said, you guys, I think we are done with this challenge. But let's see. All right, so $5. We're going to do this 3 and this 2. That's 5. 1. Well, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we are technically finished with this challenge. So I was able to add or save the $18 that we allocated for this challenge this week. So yay! We saved it. So I'm going to take this to the bank, or I'm not going to take this Prop 5, but I am going to take the, I'm going to transfer the money over from my Venmo over to my bank account, plus this amount, and then I'm going to use that or send that $18 over to my Discover. My Discover card statement date is the 20th, so I'm trying to pay as much toward that card before that date because y'all know that's when they charge interest. So the more you can pay toward your credit card before the statement closing date, that's what it's called, the better, because you'll pay less in interest if you are being charged interest. Some people have interest-free credit cards or balance transfer cards that don't, you know, charge interest. But if you have a credit card and it's charging you interest, try to pay as much towards your balance if you hold a balance before the statement closing date, so you don't have to pay as much in interest. Okay. So, I am going to do this challenge over. Let me put this over here. Y'all, hold on just a second. I am going to go ahead and get my cotton ball and alcohol, and we're going to roll one dice, or one die again, to see what we're going to be saving for next week. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. All right, y'all. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. I did go ahead and remove the numbers from this challenge. So we're about to roll the dice 6 times. I always say dice. I'm sorry. The die 6 times to see how much we need to save for this week. All right. And the first number is a 1. 5. Okay, number 3. So far, we're at $9. A 5, okay. $14. A 6, okay. $20. and a 1. All right, $21. Not bad. So for this next week, we're going to try our best to save up to $21 or at least $21 so we can go ahead and complete this challenge and possibly throw an additional $21 at Discover before the end of, well, before next week, basically. All right. All right, you guys, this does conclude today's What's in Your Wallet Wednesday. If you did enjoy the video but you have yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please smash the notification bell so you are notified when I upload another video. And I will see you guys tomorrow when it's time for me to budget for the last paycheck that I'll receive in the month of April. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.